guys, so today I'm going to be talking about how I find time to get ready during the day and what I do to organize myself to put on my makeup as a busy mom. I get a lot of questions from my friends and people like, how do you have time to do all of this? And I actually have it broken down in different areas where I keep my makeup, and that's what helps me be able to get it on quickly. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So first off is my main setup is downstairs in my house. So I have a drawer full of makeup right here, which is my kind of my everyday makeup drawer, and I'm going to go through that in a separate video. And then I have some other drawers over here, and I also have my nail desk in front of me, which is full of drawers, which completes most of my makeup. Now, when I like to get ready and I want to do like a full makeup look, this is typically where I like to come. I like to come down here and I have all my brushes, everything that I need so I can get ready and have a bunch of different things at my fingertips. I can pull through my drawers and find something if there's something I want for a particular look. I have all my palettes back here, and I have lip glosses and lipsticks and everything that I need. But in these drawers right in front of me, I try to put things that maybe I'm testing out or things that I'd like to focus on for the month. Now, sometimes I don't have time to come down here and get ready. So that is where my makeup bag comes in. So I have two makeup bags, which I know might seem excessive. So my first makeup bag I have upstairs in my bedroom. And this is for the times that I just don't have time. Like, if my little girl is just like sitting there in her cradle and she's kind of not content, or I'm holding her, or there's stuff going on, or I'm cooking breakfast and I can't really leave and come down here. This is when I'm like multitasking and I don't have time to come down here and give myself 20 to 30 minutes to glam myself over. This is what I go to. So typically what I do is I grab a palette. So right now I'm going to be using this Express palette. The reason why I picked this is because it has so many colors, and this is something that I decided in my last declutter I did last year. I still have some more declutter videos that I'm going to be filtering through that I haven't gotten to yet. But in my eyeshadow palette declutter, this was one of the palettes that I used the least, and so I decided it would be good to start off the year with this upstairs, so when I do need a quick look, I basically have any color I could really want from this. Now I can get some more use out of it and see if it's something that I really am wanting to keep or not, and then if I go through and declutter again this year, I'll know where I stand on it. So this bag is one I got from Shop Massé. They have tons of little different patterns. It says I did not wake up like this. And in my makeup bags is where I like to keep some of my mini products because it just makes it so much more easier for space. So in here I like to have things that are easy to use for a more natural light makeup look, and also things that I could use for a little bit of variety so I don't feel like I'm always using the same thing. Alright, so I do have one other eyeshadow palette in here, and that is the Walking on Eggshell Trio. This is great for a natural look. So if I don't have time to mess around with colors, this is a great option. Go-to look. Swipe one of these across the lid. Really, maybe put a little brown in the crease if you want. It's kind of a no-fail look, and so it's easy to throw in there. For foundations, Again, I rotate through them, but right now what I have is my Bye Bye Redness. If I only have time to do like foundation, mascara, lip gloss, boom, or even foundation, mascara, this is what I'm going to grab for, because I can just dot this over my face, right over my cheeks and my nose, and cover up my rosacea, and I feel like I can be somewhat presentable, go out the door quickly. If I'm wanting a little bit more coverage, I've been putting my Essence Pure Nude makeup. This is a natural finish. I like this for a nice natural coverage. If I don't have a lot of time, I don't really like to mess around with a really heavy foundation. For concealer, I have the Maybelline Master Conceal. This is a good concealer, and it's not something maybe that I'd get as much use out of in my main collection, so it's nice to separate out so it gets a little bit more love and attention. I do have a couple of primers in here. I just have little primer samples. Oftentimes with these products, I won't use a primer, but if I decide to, I have a tiny Porefessional from Benefit and a tiny regular primer from Makeup Forever. This is just step one. Again, these are just great to throw in here because they're so easy. Next, for brows, I have my e.l.f. brow pencil. It just twists up so I don't need to sharpen it. Also, it has a spoolie on the other end, and I don't have to worry about messing with the brush. So this is perfect to have in a go-to makeup bag. For powder, I have this little face powder I got from Shop Miss A. This isn't something that is my favorite powder, but I have it. It works decently and it's pretty compact. Now, if I'm in a rush and I don't have a lot of time, I might just skip contouring and blush and highlighting. But if I do want to do those steps but fairly quickly, I do have some stuff to help me with that. I have this little, the Tarte Sculptor. This is just a little sculpting pencil I can just use to quickly outline my face. I also have this highlighting stick in Lilac Pearl. This is from e.l.f. and it's kind of a pinky color, but it reflects with that iridescence. It's really pretty, and like I said, it's nice and compact. I don't have to worry about using a brush. I can just quickly dab it on. Also, I have the benetint. This I can throw on my lips to give it a little bit of color if I'm in a hurry. I also can grab a stippling brush and just apply it to the cheeks fairly quickly. I do have a little canister of brushes upstairs. I do keep, you know, a blending brush, a shadow brush, a blush brush, powder brush, just a few brushes that are kind of staple brushes, and that way I can grab those quickly. And if I need to apply this, then I have a brush right there that I can do so. If I'm feeling like going a little more pink for the day, I popped one of my Too Faced blushes. This is Justify My Love. If you guys saw my year-end favorites for high-end, I talked about these little blushes. I love these because they're so tiny, they're so cute, but they pack a punch and they're super pigmented and they last a long time. Some other eye products I have is the Essence Gel Eyeliner Pencil, the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer, and a Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara. And for lips, I have, this is probably a little overdone, but even if I'm using this bag, say I'm getting ready with this the entire week because I just have a crazy week where I just don't have time to come down and get ready, I still like having my lip options. So in this bag, I have Berry Couture, which is a little more deep color. This is from Revlon Super Lustrous. If I am going really simple on the eye, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more color on the lips, and it makes me feel a little more put together versus if I have a nude lip and barely any eye makeup on. This is just a great kind of standby color. Also, I have the e.l.f. Moisturizing Lipstick. This is in Pink Minx. Coming into spring, I'll be using this a little bit more. Great pink, but I'm good for pink any time of the year, honestly. And this is a little pencil from NARS. This is more of a pink nude. So when I'm just wanting to go super natural, I've got that one. And also a gloss. These aren't in my project pan, but just trying to use up more of my sticky glosses. So I threw this one in. This is in Rags to Riches from MAC. And it's always nice to have a little bit of gloss because, let's be honest, after we wear liquid lipstick so many days, our lips are feeling a little dry, and so it's nice to have something a little thicker on them. These can be a little sticky, so they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I really don't mind it sometimes when I just want to feel moisturized. All right, and the last things that I carry in my makeup bag is an eyelash curler. This is the Revlon one. It's kind of curved, and this is great for hooded eyes. I have a video comparing some eyelash curlers, so you might remember that curler from that video. If not, I can post a link to it. And just a basic makeup sponge. That way if I do need to just kind of like touch up, blend anything out, I don't want to take up a lot of room, but I do have this. Okay, so my next bag is the bag I take with me on the go. So if I'm going somewhere quickly and I don't have any makeup on, I might get ready in the car. I might just have this in my bag for quick touch-ups or things like that. Also, sometimes when I do wear a full face of makeup, you know, you hate to go somewhere like a wedding and you're like crying or something and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to touch up. And so there's things in here that can help me with anything I run into. All right, first thing, I have a foundation. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. I like to have a little bit heavier foundation just because if I'm out during the day and I do have a heavier foundation on, this usually will help touch up anything that's needed. And because this is almost used up, it's a good product to have in a makeup bag where you're not going to be using it continually. Next, I also have a little face primer in case I was, you know, going to pick up my kids from school, putting my makeup on in the car or whatever while I'm waiting for them. And so this is just another little sample. This is a great way to use these. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish. I'm sure if you guys shop at Sephora or wherever, you probably have 5 billion of these. So throw these in a makeup bag. It's a totally great way to get some use out of them. Next, for concealer, I have a little IT Cosmetics by Under Eye. This is thick enough that it can go under my eyes, but it also can cover up any pimples or anything that's like resurfacing throughout the day, or if I have a cold and I need to touch around my nose, then I can use this. For a palette, I have kind of an all-in-one. This is the little mini chocolate bar palette. They came out with these a couple years ago. They are supposed to be like phone cases, but it doesn't fit my phone because I don't think this is for like a iPhone 4 or something. But this is a great little palette because it has pretty much everything you could need. It is a little tricky to get into the individual colors, but you've got some basic colors here. You've got some shimmers over here and a few pops of color. You've got a bronzer, which actually is really nice. This is a nice bronzer. And then you have a little bit of blush in case you just want to touch up while you're on the go. I'll show you that bronzer a little better. This is so compact and it pretty much has everything I could need in it, so it's really awesome. So for a brush, I have this little tiny Tarte brush, and this is good because it's small enough that I can get in there and kind of add in some bronzer, and I also could use it to apply blush. Obviously it's not ideal for that, but in a pinch this will work, and it's very compact, so it's easy to take on the go. For highlighter, I actually use this shadow. This is an Elizabeth Mott shadow in the color Champagne. I've actually used this quite a bit, and I actually include it in my highlighter drawer because it makes such a beautiful face highlight, and it's so tiny, so it's perfect to keep in here. And it's also good because in this palette there is a lighter shade, but it's not really shimmery. None of these are, so this also can double as an extra pop if I need it. Another cheek option that I have in here that'll work for cheek or lips is the Benefit Posy Tint. This is really light. This I can use on the cheek and just blend it out with my fingers. You do have to work fairly quickly because it does set pretty fast, but you can definitely use this. Also, you can just use it to stain the lips a little if you want a little color, but you don't want something high maintenance. Also in here, I have a Too Faced Glamour gloss. This is a lip injection gloss with a little bit of plumping action. Just such a cute mini size to throw in there. Also have a lipstick. This is an Essence lipstick in number 13, Love Me. Just a great, comfortable, classic pink. I threw in another MAC gloss. This one is in Like Venus. This one doesn't have quite as much purple as the Rags to Riches does. I kind of put them by each other. But great, you know, I'm just all about the glitter right now. Don't know, but just feeling it. And I've got my Essence Make Me Brow because this is perfect on the go because I don't really need anything else. I can just whoosh it through the brows to get a nice natural look. The rest of my eye products, I have a e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer, and I have a Revlon Color Stay Skinny. This is great because if I am out and about and I'm wearing a wing and say my eyes are watering or something and I need to touch it up, I can just quickly touch this up and it's small and compact. But it's also not something I'm gonna miss if I'm not reaching for it often, so it's great to have in a makeup bag because it's not expensive, so I'm not gonna be like, oh shoot, I forgot to use up this $30 eyeliner and now it's gone bad. So it's nice to have less expensive products so they can be stored and rummaged around and I'm not as worried about them. And a Lash Princess mascara and a couple of brushes. So I have 2 shader brushes and a blending brush, just keeping it super easy. So that is everything that I keep in my makeup bags. I hope that is helpful for you guys. For me, just having different setups for makeup makes it much easier because if I always thought I had to come down here to get ready every day, I might just say, oh, screw it, I don't have time, I'll just not wear makeup. Where when I have it on the go with me or I have some more in my room, it makes it more accessible as I'm going throughout my busy day to fit it in here or there when I can. And again, I don't feel like I have to wear makeup. I do sometimes go without makeup even out and about, but for me, I enjoy doing it, so why not do something if you enjoy it? If it makes you happy, why not? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!